Welcome to the 29th edition of Cautionary Tales from the Red Chair. Brought to you by Jake.
And Sam.
That was my NPR open. Just eased listeners in. After that, bumping theme music, bumping theme music.
And now headbang. All right. I want to start today's show off with something that I thought was hilarious when I was looking up. And
Okay.
You know how many people are trying to do like the viral crap nowadays where they're not really trying to get famous for doing something. They're trying to get famous for something that they've done. You know what I mean?
Like a stupid video?
Yes.
Or like a stunt video?
Just
or like...
doing something stupid to get famous. Not actually what they do.
Okay.
Just something they've done.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just something stupid that they decided, oh, this will get me famous. For, you know, the 15 minutes or whatever. But
15 seconds.
There's a guy in UK that apparently tried to play a prank on Domino's, and Domino's did not bite at all.
I'm catching a theme here. We got pranks gone bad. Is that your new segment?
Oh, this one isn't a prank gone bad. This one is actually just a prank gone funny. Because it's not really funny how the guy did the prank. It's actually funny what Domino's did back to the guy. So this is basically what it was. The guy ended up tweeting to his local Domino's, and this is what it is. At Domino's UK. Hello. I've just made love to one of your pizzas and burnt my penis severely. Please advise me on your terms for a refund. Thanks. So
there wasn't a bloody thrown in there at all.
Not at all.
Like, I burnt my bloody penis.
So Domino's tweets him back, please contact our head office at, and gives the regarding this matter.
Oh my god.
So then the guy tweets back at him, where is it? Oh, I hate that. It's so touchy when you just barely touch it and it goes whoo, all the way to the bottom of the page.
Just like my girl's
goddamn tablets.
Hi-yo.
Okay. So basically, he makes a reference to a guy named Lad Vigo, and I don't know who that is.
Lad Vigo?
Yeah.
Is that the dude from Ghostbusters?
Vlad the Impaler.
Or he's in the painting?
No, but they made a...
No, the guy he possessed was Vigo.
Yes.
That's who...
They made a reference to him in one of them saying that Vigo couldn't even get famous trying that. Somebody tweeted that back at the thread that was happening, I guess. And so the guy that actually was being talked about there, Lad Vigo, ended up tweeting back saying, disgusting fob. I don't know what a fob is. But,
yeah, me neither.
And then he says fob off. So it must be like fuck.
Yeah.
So he's like, disgusting fuck off.
Fuck off, bastard.
But your staff should inform customers about the dangers of making love to your pizza. Why is this not in place? And so they type back, our apologies. We will look into a way to notify our customers of this in the future. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. So then this guy, I'm not happy about this at all. Not happy at all. I have a multitude of pepperoni pieces stuck to my balls and my penis is scorched. So UK Pizza Hut, again, as you've been previously informed, please email our head office about this. And he comes back with, look, I've tried emailing your head office with no subject, but now the pizza wants to give me a blowjob. Please advise. And this is the best part. One of the other guys puts in here saying, now the pizza wants to give me a blowjob. Looks like you really do need to contact the head office.
Nice.
And then the Domino's UK put down, it is definitely recommended, as that is not what is expected of our pizzas. We raised them better than that. So that's literally what Domino's put back to him. And the same guy that did the whole head office comment, he ends up typing or texting back on that one. But eventually the pizzas grow up and do all sorts of things just like Vigo had recently encountered. And then another guy jumps in here. Do you think it would probably have been better not to respond in the first instance, just given the user's tweets? And so then Vlad gets back in here. Michael, it's probably better they don't respond to you. You will not get famous off the back of me. That was and then the Domino's, or I'm sorry, the other guy jumps back in. How are you even managing to stay professional? And the Domino's people put back, you will not believe that this can actually happen. The method of how is usually lost in translation, though.
That dude is just having a good time.
So then the last one is that Vlad guy, hey guys, going down on my Xbox at the moment. Been for at least 45 minutes and it still hasn't climaxed. Any ideas? And nobody came back to that one.
No,
but
they're like,
yeah,
okay. Domino's is
he
done.
got bested by Domino's, and he was like, "Ah, shit. Well, I'm going down on my Xbox. What now?"
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm going to try to get Xbox locked in this troll battle.
The part that got me, though, was when I read that one. You will not believe that this can actually happen. The method of how is usually lost in translation. That was brilliant. Whoever did that, just being like, okay, I've tried to tell you, if you really want to do this, just go ahead and fucking write our head office, because I get paid $7 an hour, and I don't have to deal with this shit.
And now it's a joke bit, so all right, I'm going to help you.
I could just see everybody at the store coming up with, like, different ideas that they put into that, you know?
Yeah. Oddly enough, it's just probably some, like, suit that has it rocking on his, iPad or something.
That could be.
Just works it during his time off. Just for shits and giggles.
The part we
CFO.
raised them better than that.
Yep.
I just thought that was grand. I was looking at it going, who the hell tries to do this kind of stuff? But there's always somebody trying to get famous for nothing.
Good on Domino's for at least, having somebody that has a sense of humor, as opposed to just the corporate bullshit.
Oh, I wonder if that guy still works there, though.
He has to. The good publicity, or was it a hit piece?
Well,
or was it a pretty positive feedback that everybody is giving it?
Well, basically, the headline that they had is Domino's customer says he severely burnt penis while making love to pizza. Twitter user goes on lengthy rant about problems he encountered while having sex with his pizza. But it doesn't say anything actually about Domino's other than...
Well, yeah, so then I'm assuming he's good to go, because basically he helped him. He gave him tons of free publicity.
Yeah, probably.
And we're talking about him on the podcast. That's another free publicity. Domino's, I expect $100.
Yeah, because that one person that's listening, that's me.
Yep. Or people listening, well, the one person, the NSA guy listening to this,
exactly.
He's like, I think I'm gonna have some Domino's. He was just, it's about supper time out in Utah.
He was going, you can do that?
Exactly. Guys ready for a late supper at the NSA data collecting center in Utah?
Ready for a late supper, and he needs to get his dick on.
Oh, and he will.
You fuck half the pizza, eat the other half.
No shit. He's fucking it looking at your stolen Snapchat photos, America. And your sext messages.
Yep, exactly. Too many junk shots.
Hey, we all can't be Brett Favre, can we?
Well, apparently a good portion of the country is.
Well, I'm not, thankfully.
And
have you ever sent a dick pic?
I've never taken a picture of my dick.
Okay. Leah's never been like, hey.
I don't understand why I would. If I want to see it, I can look at it anytime.
Well, I know, but that seems to be like play number 3 in every man's playbook these days is
no, younger, usually younger. Dick pic. See, I look at it this way. If I want to see it, I can do so anytime. If she wants to see it, she's got to find me, and then I get to play.
You're like, you ain't getting my dick pic that easy.
Exactly.
You're going to have to get an eye full in your flesh. If you're going to see
kind of my insurance policy.
Do you think guys do that nowadays because, the power has just shifted between the male and female so much where I think females are more empowered to be like, this pussy's worth gold. And so now guys are like, see, look what I got to offer. Take a look at my junk. Is it bigger than the other guy that just texted you his junk like 20 minutes ago?
I don't know.
You've never analyzed that?
No.
Why not?
Because I never understood it and never cared to.
Well, you just gotta... It just intrigued me as to all the girls that I would talk to that say
that they just get them all the time.
Yeah, I know one girl
random numbers, too.
Yeah, has a fucking folder on her desktop of where she saves them all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she's kind of weird. But she gets that many dick pics where she just like, okay, we'll save them. Dudes are fucking weird.
Fucked up.
Oh my god, one of my coworkers was telling me this story. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I don't give a fuck. That she went on a date this weekend, and through a dating site, and then like it was terrible, but that was beside the point. She gets home from the date, and on the dating site she has a message from this guy, and it's just like, hey, so and so, and she's like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, so how you been doing? Good. And he's like, so I see you have a kid. Yeah, how old is she? About 5.5, 6. And I guess they hooked up like 6 weeks before she got pregnant. So the dude on the dating site was like, is the kid mine? And she's like, no, it's not yours. And his next response was, hey, you want to go out to dinner sometime? How fucking skeezy is that?
That is grand.
That was one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. Just, so is that baby mine? No? All right, you want to fucking try it again?
Well, to be just put it to you this way, if you have to ask the question and she says no like that fast, then you know she puts out at least.
Amen.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Isn't that just their next response?
Or what is it that chat roulette or whatever that
Oh
they,
my
and
God,
there's always just
that's all it is.
weighing on there.
That's all it is. And that's the sad thing is it's just men are disgusting.
Yeah.
That's why whenever there's like, because I was just talking to the girlfriend about this too. I'm like, Playgirl is not meant for women. It's meant for gay dudes.
That's true.
And she actually had an exception that proved my rule. Because I guess she's like, one of my friends when I was growing up had a big stack of Playgirls in her closet because her dad had Playboy. So it was a tit for tat kind of thing, I guess.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Stroke it out.
Just take a dick pic.
Hey, that's the way to a woman's heart.
Yep, exactly. Oh, God. I still don't understand why anybody would want to do that. Not that I'm ashamed of my penis or anything. It's just, I don't understand why somebody would want to die. Then again, I've said this many a time. I don't understand why anybody needs to be on Twitter or texting all the damn time and just to keep their little minds raising, like Facebook and all that. Why do you post every little thought on there?
I know it took me a little bit of convincing to even get you to do podcasting. Because you're just like, why? I'm like, why not? And then you're like, okay.
Well, I'm going to be sitting here talking anyway, so you set up a microphone, and I guess I can't do much about it.
But then posting it on the internet for no one to listen to.
Yeah, I don't do any of that, though.
That is true. You just basically come over here,
yep,
and we hang out, and that's about the extent of it.
I don't do anything about that. I break down.
Yep, you're the breakdown man. So, sad news, Harold Ramis passed away. Egon. I was disappointed.
That'll happen.
How old was he? Do you even know?
Oh, he had to be in his upper 60s, early 70s, maybe.
What was your favorite?
My favorite what? Ghostbuster?
Well, Harold Ramis movie.
Oh. I don't know. I did like his character in Ghostbusters quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, he was pretty good in Orange County, too.
Stripes was legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a role that I don't think a lot of people would actually pull out for Harold Ramis. His role in Orange County as the Dean of Admissions.
Yeah,
when he gets all tripped out.
Yeah, on ecstasy. Yeah. That was a pretty funny role. I think he nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Fucking Egon. Poor bastard.
What is it? That's like I said, it happens. Happens to the best of us.
He's directed a lot of good movies, too.
Oh, he did.
Poor bastard. All right, I really don't have many more on Harold Ramis. God rest your soul, sir. Moving on.
Next poor bastard.
Yep. Hey, I'm a chaplain of the Eagles Club.
Yep.
I deal with death quick. I deal with it prompt. I make it happen. No time.
Just dead to it now.
Yep. No time to dwell. It's been a tough winter.
Yeah.
A lot of fuckers are dying. We got to keep this thing turning. Polar vortex is killing many motherfuckers. They can't handle it.
Yeah. It is fucking cold this winter.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, Obamacare.
Yeah, no doubt. Global warming.
Hey, we should maybe pay Al Gore some, carbon taxes. That'll make it warmer.
Why don't we do that?
Nothing? No Al Gore rant?
No, it's not even worth it. We should just kind of forget about him.
Okay,
so
let's.
Away.
Should we just move on to the gun-stealing, red-coated son of a bitch, Piers Morgan, finally getting the axe?
I actually know that you said Obamacare, though. I do want to say this story first. So
you have an offshoot of Obamacare?
Yes. Will Ferrell, I actually put something on his Facebook page.
Will Ferrell and Obamacare.
Yes.
All right, not two things that usually go together, but go on.
The story goes, comedian Will Ferrell is getting pushback on Facebook about his pitch for President Obama's health care. The Anchorman 2 star posted a simple message on Facebook urging 8.8 million who like his page to get health insurance coverage under the Affordable Care Act. As the law is widely known, I don't know why they would put that in there. That might be a typo. He's seen holding a hand-drawn sign on a piece of cardboard that says, #GetCovered. Basically, there was a bunch of people that came back on him, and this is the fucked up part about it. The first, I guess, retweeted message that he got on this one was, I don't believe my government has the right to force me to buy health insurance. And then it's #LetMeBe. And the best part about that is I find it funny anytime somebody says something like that, because I just want to say, oh, you dropped your ignorance, it's showing. What the fuck? You might want to tuck that in. Force you to buy healthcare? Nobody is forcing anybody, just like they're coming to take your guns.
Well, they do fine you if you don't have it. That's kind of a force.
It's not a force, because you would have been paying that amount of money anyway, and the fucking taxes that were put there because the health insurance had to be paid by the government and the subsidies for people that didn't pay their emergency room bills. So anytime you had somebody go to the emergency room, they were getting government subsidies. So in essence, everybody was paying that emergency room bill. So, bullshit. If you don't have the insurance, you should be paying higher taxes because I have to pay for your ass to go to the emergency room.
But it's not even a tax. It's a literal fine where they'd steal it from your bank account.
It's not a fine because it comes at you at the end of the year on a tax.
That they steal literally from your bank account.
Is taxes not stealing from your bank account?
Well, they steal enough, so let's allocate a little for healthcare and less for bombing brown people, son.
Well, what I'm trying to say is the reason that health insurance was so fucking out of reach for most people to get to begin with is because only the elite have it. If you only have a small minority of the people that do have it, of course it's going to be fucking spendy, because they're trying to make money off this shit.
That's the first problem, right?
So if you don't have everybody in it, all the healthy people and everybody like that, then you're not going to have everybody getting the share of everything. So you are going to be paying higher for it. If everybody has it, then the laws of averages say supply and demand comes down with the price. It just makes perfect sense.
No, not Obamacare.
No. I'm not saying Obamacare. I'm saying insurance in general.
No.
I don't think they did the right thing doing Obamacare in general, but in my years of actually working in insurance, that's literally the reason that they give you. Is the reason that insurance is so expensive is because only so many people have it. If more people would join in on it, then the risk would be put on more shoulders.
The only way,
so the prices would be able to come down.
For me, I'm gonna distill it down to an even more basic point. The only way I would ever support any insurance is if it was not for profit.
Yes.
As soon as a hospital, insurance company, water company, electric company become for profit, you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
You are anything that's for the public good that you're gonna have somebody make money off of. You might as well just put a bullet in your fucking head.
That's why I actually do say the whole aspect of socialized healthcare. I mean, it's hilarious when you talk about to idiots that like this. I don't think government should be in on this. They should make me do stuff. And when you have that kind of stupidity that's just running rampant throughout the country, they say stuff like, well, it's just going to bankrupt the country. You're right. Because socialized healthcare really bankrupted England when they put it into play after World War II. Or France is really, really hurting right now, huh?
Exactly.
Or hell, let's just put Canada, since they're a pretty close neighbor. And then you get those same idiots that do the whole thing of, well, how do you want to be in a country where they only have 5 MRI machines? Well, you know what? They only really need 5 MRI machines. Not everybody needs a fucking MRI. But if you have insurance, they're going to tell you, oh, you got a headache? Let's give you an MRI.
Oh, exactly.
Because that's only $5,000 on your insurance bill.
And with a more socialized, free healthcare system, there's a greater emphasis put on preventative care.
Yeah, exactly.
Not death care.
Well, you got to look at it this way. Then everybody can go in so they don't get sick.
Yeah, to where it's so bad that you basically need an MRI.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my whole point. Like you were saying, it's really ridiculous on the kind of the two arguments that you get stuck in. It's either how we can afford it, and then the other argument is, okay, we allocated the funds, but it's never going to be enough. And to me, it's just ridiculous.
It's a never-ending loop.
But it shouldn't be, because since our currency is fiat to begin with, and we print it at will, there's no such thing as money. So all we're doing is saying this imaginary thing we made up, well, there's not enough imagination to go to cover your health. There's enough imaginary money to go kill this brown guy over here and to go steal this brown guy's water over there and then fuck up this other kind of slightly different flavored vanilla guy over here because he's not towing the company line. We got money to do that, enough imaginary money to do that. But for you to be healthy, for you to be educated, oh, sorry, that's just, I got a mental block. I can't imagine that much money.
Well, we don't want to educate you. That way you can put your body in the fucking meat grinder and we can send you off to war. The uneducated are the ones that do go to war.
Exactly. The
educated ones become officers. Yeah. And they don't see the fucking trenches like the grunt does. The uneducated ones are the fucking meat for the grinder. They're the ones that are on the front line getting shot at. Who the fuck cares if he dies? If he comes home, he's going back to a ghetto anyway. He's probably a gangbanger. You know, like, that's the way they look at everybody.
Guns.
That's literally the way that it happens. And then you've got these politicians that come out of the military, and I'm not saying they didn't serve, some of them.
Yes.
But
very
for
few.
A lot of them that are coming out of there in the political families. Fuck, you were an officer in a fucking office in Berlin, and you say, oh, yeah, I served in wartime.
Yeah.
What, you saw pictures of war? Because you damn sure didn't see anything that was actual war. You were fucking drinking cafe on the street.
Yeah, and fucking Olgas and Gretas and whatever fucking German name.
So don't try to tell me, oh, I served during the war. Fuck you. John McCain, even though I don't like his political views, he served in a war.
Yeah, he's a badass motherfucker.
As much as Kerry served in a war. Like, you know, that kind
George
of stuff.
W. Bush
ran from a war. Tail between his legs and nose on a table.
Yep. Barack Obama had an afro and protested a
war. And went by Barry O.
Yep.
Oh, no, I mean... It just comes back to the aspect that I hate when it all comes around and everybody starts talking about it. Like you were saying, there's two main fucking points that they come back with, and it never ends.
Yep.
Because you try to tell them, well, look at these countries. They did it.
Yeah. And just because their shortcomings are their shortcomings, once again, Americans bankrupt on imagination. Mm-hmm. We can't figure out how to do it better than the Canadians. Yeah. We're that intellectually bankrupt and pathetic as a country. Well, we are fucking pathetic as a country since we lost the gold medal to them in women's and men's hockey. Fucking dicks.
Well, you can also put it to you this way. What the fuck is made in the United States except for cars anymore?
Cars and violence and movies.
And porn.
Yeah.
We do a lot of porn.
818.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of sad to even think of the whole aspect that we have lost our entire infrastructure.
Yeah, no, our infrastructure's been sold.
Yeah, I'll say that
to foreign nationals.
People aren't saying anything about that, but they're saying we can't afford to do anything about healthcare and coverage or anything like that, even though the people that lost their jobs no longer have healthcare. So you would think, being those people that did have it and then lost your fucking job because your business went bankrupt, you'd be the first one to be, goddamn right, I want my healthcare back.
Exactly. And then you have the politicians that are on the opposite end of the aisle fighting against socialized healthcare.
Oh, make no mistake about it, though. They're not fighting against it. They're fighting against Obama right now.
But they are the ones with socialized health care.
Yep.
Irony.
Yep.
That's my favorite part is...
If you don't like it so much, tell me that you're not going to use yours. Tell me that you're going to fucking skip going to the doctor on the government's dime and you're going to pay your own bill.
I mean, it's not that hard to imagine. I figured it out when I was still in high school, where I'm like, wow, if you do two things, you know... It basically based like two basic things to politicians, you'd almost be able to end war and suffering. Is if there's a war, every politician's son and daughters on the front line, the first ones to go in. That would make them a little more reticent to just declare war. And the second one would be you receive the minimum pay and the minimum health care that you allow for every American citizen. So if there's one American citizen that does not have health care, nobody in Congress gets health care. If minimum wage is $7, Congress makes $7. Then shit would be different.
Yeah.
If the people making the rules had to be on the scale of the worst of the rules that they were passing, shit would change instantly. How simple would that be to enact? One piece of paper, 3 fucking sentences. You could almost write it out as a law, get it passed, and that's the beauty of a democracy, son. We don't have to fucking take it to anything else. All we do is have to get some asshole in Congress to push it through. Which, why would they?
Or how about just saying something like this? You get paid for your actual performance.
Yeah, you get paid so much if you miss so much of your votes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be looking at a representative from our state, I never like to say that she's from my district.
Yes.
Bachman, that bitch she hasn't even fucking voted for half the shit that's come across her desk.
Yeah.
She hasn't even been in Washington for the most part. And she's not in Minnesota either, so I don't know where the fuck she is. Wonder if she's walking the Appalachian Trail.
Well, she's got to get it somewhere.
That's what I was just about to say.
Doing it.
She got that idea from a different senator, I think.
Yes. Hey, but at least he was in love with his Brazilian babe.
Yeah, he gave her sensitive love notes.
Yes. See, that's why I almost felt bad for the guy. I'm like, oh, he's in love, and he's stuck with his beast of a wife just because he can't divorce her because it would look bad for his political career. But he really loves this fine-ass Brazilian.
I didn't feel bad for him at all because I don't feel bad for anybody that doesn't have the balls to do what they want. Life isn't long enough for you to do stuff like that. I really, really despise people that put on a front. So the whole aspect of a political marriage to me is just absolutely fucking insanely stupid. And anybody who actually cares about that kind of shit should really check their priorities before telling anybody else to look at anything in their life. Because the whole Newt Gingrich.
Yeah.
If you can consider him a fucking Christian and actually say, well, he's got good Christian morals.
Then I'm so glad I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, I can't understand the whole... You left your wife on her deathbed so you could marry another chick that you left for another chick.
Yeah. You upgrade, bitch. That's what it's all about in politics. Upgrade.
How could you... to me, I don't understand how you could ever trust somebody like that with the decision-making capabilities of doing anything in a mass scale. Apparently, he can't make up his own mind on anything either.
Yeah, he had his choice on who he married, and then he actually went into it voluntarily, speaking vows to a god he professes to love eternally, just like his wife.
Yeah.
So right there, it's like, back it all up, you're full of shit. But the only thing I have to say for him is, did his wife's get progressively hotter?
Not in my standard.
Well, for a slimy guy named Newt.
I'm just saying, though, man, you left your wife
Yep.
when she was terminally ill. All you had to do was sit there for a couple more months.
Yeah.
And do nothing.
And you could have been away scot-fucking-free.
Yeah. But you're that much of a douchebag where you're like, you know what? You're getting kind of boring. I'm dying. Yeah, well, you could have given me a hand job, I guess. Or something. Like, what the fuck? Douche.
Shit, that sounds like me.
Just saying, man. I mean, come on. Your wife is dying in a bed, and you're just like, yeah, sign here. I gotta go fuck some new.
I gotta go get some non-cancer ridden.
Strange.
Yep, non-cancer ridden strange.
See, to me, it's not the whole aspect of the divorce, because that actually, if you made a bad decision, you made a bad decision. And everybody's done that, just more people than not are idiots for going into that situation.
Yeah.
I didn't take my marriage lightly when I took my vows, so nobody really thinks the long run out.
Oh,
though.
you're a death do us part. Might be murder suicide.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm not putting anything past on that aspect, but I just find it funny that there's so many people that get so many divorces, and then they look at Newt Gingrich and they're just like, that kind of stuff happens. But then they look at this guy who's just like, yeah, my wife knew about it for years. I went down there for the longest time, and I was banging her. She fucking knew. My kids knew. They called her aunt. You know, like...
That'd be so grizzled.
You know what I mean? It's like, it didn't really fucking matter to the family that much, except for the embarrassment that the media had to drag it all out there. I don't respect the guy because he wasn't fucking man enough to come out and say, you know what? Me and my wife didn't work.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to work for you. You know, like, try to spin it in some way, but I just...
Yeah, it's not that I was cheating on her that it didn't work, because my mistress is the American people. That's why my marriage failed.
Yep.
I was cheating on her with my constituents.
And wouldn't you know it, I went down to Rio de Janeiro once, and...
Hey.
Found the American people is what I call her.
Hey, you cannot deny a Brazilian booty.
They can do that bouncing thing. Yeah. Wow. That was quite a rant and rave there, and it all started about Will Ferrell's tweet.
Yeah. Doesn't take as much to get started.
No. We
Not
went
at
through
all.
quite a bit there on just that one subject, though.
Yeah.
I want to rein that one in, though.
You know.
Let this vein go back down.
Well, now that you're calmed down.
Yep.
What about Arizona trying to pass that law for business owners to refuse service to gays?
That right there, he should be impeached. He should be taken out of office. You literally just tried to put something through that breaks down the absolute basic rights.
You might as well try to readopt segregation.
Yes. That's literally what he's doing.
That is.
Straights over here, gays over here. Don't you use the same water fountain turning other people gay with your rainbow water. Like, seriously.
Rainbow water.
You know what I mean? That's literally what it's like. That whole law, basically, it's hilarious. After the whole thing with the Mexican papers shit, the Supreme Court went, what are you trying to do here?
Exactly.
And now they're doing this? Like, are you just trying to get stupid headlines? Or
They should just change their state motto to Arizona, whites only. Just cut through the bullshit.
No doubt.
I mean, first off, every Mexican you're going to have harassed.
Yeah.
And then if a gay guy wants to go to a goddamn floral shop and do his gay diligence, you're going to say, no, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Your money is no good here.
To me, it's absolutely insane to do that because most establishments have that. We reserve the right.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, if you put that up as an establishment in the first place, why do you need a state law?
Mm-hmm. You know what I think?
You're just trying to be a douche now.
I agree. You know what I think we should do, Sam?
What?
We should move to Arizona, open up a Bible store, and refuse service to evangelical Christians.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. No. This is only for atheists. What? Yeah, research.
We burn these.
Oh, that would be the best thing in the world is put up a sign in the window that says, makes good kindling.
That would be great.
Reserve your copy now. Extra flammable.
Extra. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't. Me, as somebody who doesn't believe in it, I don't think I could still do it. Because even in high school, when classmates would tell you that they'd like roll joints with paper from the Bible, I just was like,
Tastes like heaven.
that's some god dank.
Yep.
I just thought that was a little sacrilege. Like the Constitution? Yeah, it's made of hemp. I'd do it. No. Tear that bitch up. Hey, between Obama...
Oh my God, he'd fucking smoke the Constitution. What a fucking stoner. I would have to kill you.
Hey, well, between Obama and Bush, it's already chopped up into some pretty good rolling paper.
Yeah, that's true.
There's not much left, I don't think.
Fucking A. But what about the map on the back?
The map, yeah. I need lemon juice and a black light.
Oh, God. Still using hemp paper back then, but for some reason and somehow they had the Crayola secret markers.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. No, I just think it's absolutely insane and ludicrous, and what other words do you want to describe it as, that Arizona is even attempting to do something this foolish. It's just... I mean... Is there going to be a sign on their buses, all gays to the back? It just comes down to it that this shit, and I said it all the time, is the way that people were treating gays is literally, it was the exact same way as what they were treating gay or black people back in the day.
Oh, 100%.
It is hilarious to think that it was the exact same argument. Mm-hmm. Well, gays can't marry because that's breaking the sanctity of marriage. Well, whites and blacks can't marry because that's breaking the sanctity of marriage. It was the same exact arguments.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can see that. You point that out and they're just going, oh, now you're just trying to make me seem like a monster. No, I'm trying to open your eyes so you can see that you're being a monster.
Oh, 100%. Because that was always my go-to in the discussion about gay rights or anything.
Yeah.
Is I would just flat out tell somebody, I would get sick of arguing with them, and I just flat out tell them and be like, you know what? Your grandkids are going to look at you like an ignorant fool.
Yeah.
The way we look at the same people that thought about what you were just saying about with interracial marriage. You're going to be on the wrong side of history.
And the problem is, this is horrible to say. I know it's probably something that any black person would get a little mad, but you can honestly use somewhat of an argument of saying back then they were a product of the time. Now, you can't say that with gays. This is now just a repeat of the time.
Yeah, it's that old saying, history might not repeat itself, but it does rhyme.
Yeah. And I mean, back in the day, you could pretty much say that blacks and Jews were getting into this just in different continents.
Yeah.
Like, blacks were getting it here, Jews were getting it in Europe.
Well, I think every race has gotten it here throughout the time.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, at that period of time, that's how it was working.
Yeah.
Like, blacks were still subpar here, and Jews were subpar over there, And so it's kind of weird that you can actually say that in that period of time, there was always just a race in some area that was always going to be worse than what, in Mexico it was Puerto Rican,
or whatever.
It was always a race that everybody was just like, they're here.
Oh, yeah, because even in Australia, it's the native people, they're like, you're dicks.
Exactly.
There's no winning. Humans just hate people.
So you could honestly say it a little bit back then, they are almost a product of their time, because this was right after, the whole bullshit of getting over slavery and all that kind of shit. And then you start having the problems with the racism that's starting to go away, but it came to that head point.
Yeah.
And before that head point, everybody still had that sense of, well, I'm better than them. And then as soon as it came to that head point, they were going, well, maybe we're kind of even.
Yeah.
And it kind of happened in a whole world aspect, especially after World War II, when everybody was going, they did what to the Jews? Holy shit, we might want to start looking at each other a little bit different. But now, when you start talking about people doing that to gays, holy fucking shit, did you not learn anything? Anything? Because look at what you're fucking saying.
Yeah.
It's the same argument, and it's just as stupid now as it ever was. Why are they subpar humans? Well, because they're not like me.
But your God is omnipotent, and why are they here like this?
Yeah.
And even if it is a choice, why did God make them want to choose that?
Because gods hate fags, man.
I suppose it's not God's fault, it's the devil's. Because God's omnipotent unless it comes to the devil. And then he has absolutely no control, and he's a jealous and, like, boastful God when it comes to the devil. And a little bit ridden with hubris.
There's so many just weird fucking things about religion that some people think of that some people don't. And, like, the whole aspect of God knows everything. He knows what you're going to do, what you know, when you're going to die, all this shit. Well, if he knows what was, going to happen to begin with, why is Lucifer so fucking stupid that he started fighting him?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you were an angel right next to him, I'm pretty sure that he would probably fuck you over with it a couple of times. Like, you're going to ask him a question, and he's like, no. Holy shit, I didn't even ask you how to... Because I know what you're going to do.
Exactly.
Like, never lets you... Maybe that's what it was. He never let you finish a sentence, so Lucifer was just like, let me... God, you were a dick! Really? Fuck! Oh... and then it was on. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe God is just that much of a prick where he always finishes your sentences. I know what you're going to say. Like, fuck you, man.
That's how the devil was born, kids.
Oh, dude, I just had like a George Carlin moment right there.
I know, that's better mythology than was actually fed to me as a child. I'd subscribe to that.
Well, that was a right on the spot thing, though, because I was just like, see, that was what I always used to think is, why would Lucifer have even fought him if he knew what he was going to do? But yeah, that whole fucking thing, that was awesome. I'm gonna use that from now on. That's why Lucifer fell, is because he was sick of God being a dick.
Yep, finishing his fucking sentences. And to go, just
a little hotter in here.
Oh, it's just like after when I was doing the first night of chaplain duty with the prayer, I got a splitting fucking headache. Like, brutal. I was like, God smited me. God literally smited me for being a blasphemer praying in his holy name.
Nice.
It was brutal. But I think it was just so tense. I was stressed out about a bunch of other shit too, and then I was really nervous. And I think it was just a tension headache that I got just from being a little just too tightly wound.
Yeah, probably.
Because she's sitting there fucking talking about moving in logistics, and I'm worried about this. I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking drive us right off this road.
I can end it all now.
Exactly. What is that? I think it's a Bill Burr bit where he's like, there's only like a 2-degree turn to the wheel from, hey, we arrived home safely to, and in other news. And we all think it.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's been a couple. Like, I could just push her right now.
Especially about when you're in South Dakota.
Nobody even know.
Like
when she lost her footing.
Yeah, when you're in South Dakota, standing on like a cliff edge.
Yep, exactly.
Like, hey, you should go test that edge out. Quick.
No. Back a little bit more. I want to get a picture.
That would be so brutal. But you could get away with it if you did it.
Well, I do it at the end, so she at least didn't have to spend the whole car ride back. That sucked, though, because she was asleep the whole time.
So you get stuck driving?
Yeah, that bitch. Well, I drove everywhere. She didn't drive once. I was okay with that, but on the way
Well, when
back,
you're going the fucking track to and from,
Yeah.
that's kind of where you need somebody to step up.
yeah, and on the way back, she fell asleep for most of it. So, like, especially when it got dark, that's when I was just looking at it going, oh my God, I've been driving for 7 hours. And it's dark, and I can't turn the radio up too much because it'll wake her up and she'll start hey, wait a minute. And that's so I turned the radio up, and she was like, turn it down, will you? Nope. I'm keeping me awake.
Exactly. At that point, yeah, somebody in the know wouldn't even care. You know what I mean? If you're on a road trip and the driver cranks the music, turns down, or, and rolls down the windows,
Yeah.
it's probably a good sign. Maybe you should get up and talk to him for a bit.
Yeah, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, so I can't keep myself up on a Nick buzz.
Yeah. Now I just do meth.
Yeah. Just when traveling.
It's the perfect highway companion.
I get us there faster than flying, or so it seems.
Yep.
So we got anything else to go off of?
I don't know. I just, of course, Olympic hockey. If you want to dive into that shit. How pathetic was that showing in the silver medal, or not the silver medal, but the bronze medal game?
Yeah.
Fucking, but bright side of that game, Solani Donnie, 2 goals.
Yeah.
Pretty legit for a fucking 40-year-old.
Yeah.
What is it? What was he in 6 Olympics? They said.
Yeah, I believe so. I think they said that if he would have scored 2 more goals throughout the Olympic Games, he would have been the first place person because he's like 1 goal behind. I don't know who they said. I don't even think they did say.
Not the great one.
But no, he's in second place for all-time goals in
Olympic hockey.
Olympic hockey, yeah.
It's probably some old school guy from...
Yeah, we'll probably never know who it was.
From the Red.
Russia.
Yep, Mother Russia.
Well, shit, don't they still hold the record for...
Quickest goals?
Yeah,
or some
quickest
shit like
consecutive goals
that? Yeah.
in the Olympics, even.
Did you even watch the gold medal game?
Some of it.
I didn't.
Not all of it.
I didn't get home till 6 in the morning, and it was on, I think, when I got home on Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch all
I
of it, because
slept.
I watched when I woke up, so I didn't get the beginning of it.
Yeah, it was... Why didn't you go to the Lumberjacks game? Hockey game on Saturday.
Because I didn't.
No, you didn't want to.
Uh-uh.
You're like lumber hacks. Fuck them.
Just didn't. I don't know. I haven't really felt like going to one of the games.
It's a pretty good time. They lost.
We went to one this year, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, we did. One of the early games.
I've been to many games.
No, I've only been to one
many.
this season.
At the beginning of the season, me and her would go at least once a week. Maybe twice. Usually Saturday nights. Something to do. The good old lumberjacks. She bought a hoodie this time. The giant lumberjacks crest on it. It's like the same patch that they have on their sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they probably just paid like the one $500 setup fee, and they're like, yeah, we're throwing that on everything.
Yeah.
To get this patch made.
Why wouldn't you? Be ridiculous not to.
Well, that is true. Did you see the video of the largest meteor ever recorded to hit the moon?
Uh-uh.
Dude, it was so badass because it's not that great of a video because you just see the moon and then like poof, like like an explosion, a tiny explosion on it. But it's like thing was just sweet. But of course, I had to go to Twitter and say it wasn't a meteor; it was a Nazi reptilian weapons test. They're testing the nukes. They're making their comeback 2015.
2015.
It's gonna be the Nazi reptilian regime coming to a
Riding T-Rexes.
with laser beams on their heads.
Well, of course laser beams on their heads. What? Come on.
Oh, sorry, that was hacky. Jeez.
Like you're going to have a T-Rex with no fucking laser beams.
Okay, how about hoverboards?
Well, allow it. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. T-Rexes on hoverboards with laser beams.
Oh, the T-Rex is on a hoverboard. I like that even more. That is fucking sweet.
Yep. Remote controlled by the Nazi reptilians from the dark side of the moon in their base.
Oh my God, I'm just trying to get the visual all in. And it is amazing. I could just see a T-Rex dressed up like Marty McFly. With the big fucking tennis shoes on and shit. Age drop again.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. This is a good show. We got our rants in. We got a couple of really good laughs in.
Oh my God.
Oh, fucking hey, I'm crying a little bit
Oh,
over
that's
here.
good.
Fucking T-Rex on a hoverboard. That's awesome.
Don't forget about the laser beams on there.
Well, the best part was I was thinking there's going to be like a guy driving a T-Rex with laser beams and like the rest of them are going to be around on hoverboards. then you flip it on me. So my original thing was like, oh, that's sweet. And then you're like, yeah, T-Rex on a hoverboard. And I went, whoa. I didn't even consider the possibility of that.
Yes. Well, how else are they supposed to direct them where they want them to be?
Oh.
They're not that smart. And they're like basically living drones.
Okay.
You got to stay close because they don't got much reach.
Oh. I don't know how we can top that.
Me neither. I think that makes a good installment.
Yeah.
Cautionary Tales from the Red Chair. Always brought to you by Jake.
And Sam.
Come the revolution. Preferably with laser beams, hoverboard, T-Rexes.
Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Say